Hi, so I just wanted to talk to you guys about some situations that have been happening, like today even, and they're pretty exciting and pretty victorious, especially if you have no way to get out of the situation you're in and you have to believe that God will help you, and involving anything. But I talk a lot about different people that I pray for, but in my own life, I've had a lot of struggles, like especially financial struggles. And I'm just being real. I mean, there's nothing to hide. And there's more of a testimony a lot of times when you share what actually goes on. So I just want to hopefully encourage somebody else. That's why I even made this channel. And I just try to keep it as real as I can with you guys. So while I'm praying for people, while all this stuff is going on, right, 2 years ago, got in a situation where my lapse in insurance was like a few days because of different things, but that doesn't matter. So I had no insurance, and then my license was suspended because of something I didn't even know was going on. So the enemy was already attacking me before I even knew it. But I was driving and I like tapped this guy so light, right? And nothing happened to him. Like there was no, the officer's like, I can't even, do anything, right? He still wrote an accident report. I didn't know that because he just let me go. So this is like a year and a half later, and I start getting things in the mail saying like, oh, you know, this company wants to talk to you, need your information, and I'm like, I didn't, I've had bad experiences, so I'm like, this can't even be real. So I went finally, and the Lord's like, go and check go to the police station and see if there's an action report. Sure enough, there was, and I'm like, what? But the thing was, is the guy went and got like $20,000 worth of like acupuncture, like weird stuff, and he's like, my neck hurts, and I'm like, I didn't even hit, like, oh my gosh, it was so frustrating. But anyway, so we did all that, right? So then the company started coming after me for that, and they were like, oh, you owe us $20,000, and I'm like, and I knew that I already went to court. By the way, I didn't even tell you the first part. There's a family friend that he hooked me up with this guy that's amazing, and he charged me only like $750. He got both the tickets off, and like didn't even charge me for his full services or anything. Got me off with tickets I didn't even have to pay. And then he like, yeah, got the whole thing off. But the thing was is that the that whole time later the guy went and got all that work done and stuff. So it wasn't even about if I didn't have insurance at this point or whatever. So I finally find out this is all going on, and I'm like, God, I don't have thousands of dollars. Are you kidding me? Like, I don't have, my family doesn't have a lot of money. Like, no. So I'm like literally like stuck. Like, when you're in a situation, you don't even want to think about it. You're like, put it out of your mind. It's way worse. Trust me. Procrastination is from the devil. So, but I just had the other family friend, okay? He went back and forth. My mom ended up telling him, um, or like going back and forth with them, and he was doing this for free, okay? Like, I'm like, God, I have no other way to do any of this. And he's like, that was a stretch. That was a faith move, definitely. So I'm like, okay, God. So the guy's going back and forth, and then he's like, okay, they countered with like $7,000, and then we countered with five, and then we settled on six. My brother, who lives in another state, came out here, and my mom told him what's going on, and I didn't want to say anything. Like, okay, I'm already like, okay, I don't want to ask people for money. I know this isn't magically going to happen, God, but what do I do? Like, I want to do the right things. I don't want to give the devil more ammunition against me to do this stuff. And so my mom told my brother. My brother just came to me, and like we had a long talk, and he's like, I feel like God wants me to give you the money. And I'm like, and he's like, you don't even have to pay me back. And I just kind of like stood there. It's like when things like that happen, it's like, you don't even know what to say sometimes. Like, it's kind of like God's grace is just so overwhelming that you're like, there's just no other way than like through Jesus, and that's it. And like my brother happened to come out, I'm saying? He has money because he started doing housing stuff where he is, and he's also in the military. But yeah, it's like I just didn't even know. And then I want to like, I feel like When you feel like you have to like give people stuff after they do stuff like that for you, maybe you feel like you have to earn it. But God's grace, you can't earn God's grace. Like he gives it just because he loves us. Like, yeah, I'm praying for people. I'm doing all this stuff. Doesn't mean I earned the money. Doesn't mean I earned $6,000. You know? That's $6,000 of pure grace. And it really is. And even the lawyer that was going back and forth, he didn't charge me for that. He's like, I just want to do it because I know her and she's a friend of the family. And my mom and him are in the Coast Guard together. But still, like, I wanted to even get him lunch. I wanted to order lunch for his office, everything. He wouldn't even let me do that. He's like, no, no. I still might do something nice for him, though. Like, I want to make him something. But, yeah, it's like, that's another way of just saying, like, even when God does pour out his blessings, it doesn't mean that we have to feel like we have to do all this stuff to, like, thank people and to, like, because then you put it on them like they're the ones that are doing it. But many times it's God helping to use other people when they're blessed. My brother's like, I've been blessed. And I said, once I had money, I wanted to bless my family. And he's like, the fact that I even have it, like, I'm grateful that I can do this for you. So I just wanted to encourage somebody, if this touches anybody, out of even praying for people and all this stuff, but when God does something amazing in your life, I just really wanted to say it. And I just wanted to say God bless, and I'll be praying for you guys.